Hello, welcome back to My Boys Koi. Just want to show you what I'm up to today. Looking like a finished fence. So I haven't filmed any of that because it's just a fence, but yeah, I've cut off the tops to bring it down to around 6 foot. Well, it is 6 foot, but it slightly slopes here, so it's not. I need to trim off the top a little bit more, put a bit more support in there, capped off where the posts are there, capped off above there too, to fill that in properly, and that looks sound, but there's still a lot more to do behind me. I'm having a serious think about these vats. I think they can stay where they are. I think that'll be a decent idea. I'm going to block up all the back. Two options: I either do a feather edge fence, 4 footish, right along the back, just blocks it out just so it's not an eyesore, or build some sort of structure over this and block them in and block up the backs, which I think is more the option. I was set on the feather edge fence and I thought, but I'm still going to end up having to enclose these anyway, so I'm just making twice the work and twice the payout for the same result. So that's, I think the plan is this is going to be one closed unit. It's going to run on one filter system as a closed unit, and it'll probably only get used when I'm up. So I said on my last video that I'd screwed most of it down. Not a lot, you can see there's still loads bagging. It was just more to hold the liner up, and I was going to continue it on, obviously, and then put my copings down, which were going to be some sort of wood, and then screw them into the block in the same principle. But I spoke to Vince Twisted Koi, rang me yesterday and said, batten the inside of the top of the pond all the way around, put the liner over and staple the liner to the wood. Now he might have meant this, I'm not sure if he did, but I'm just going to explain. So I'm going to put the batten here, 2x1 batten, so it's 1 inch at the top. When I pull the liner over it, I'm going to staple the liner at the top to the batten, not the block. Any extra liner like this side is just going to carry on just being flopped over, so it'll be stapled essentially like just here, which where it'll be, but it'll be stapled along there, and then the line will just be flopped over the top. Them screw holes and washers, I'll just use them for the, well, take the to screw out with the wall plug underneath. I'll use them for the coping, which will, as I say, will be wood, so I'll just screw straight into them holes. Yeah, so that's where I'm up to now. What I'm doing right this second, I've just ordered a load of batten. Loads of battens coming on Monday. So what I'm going to do for now is these are the only 2 lengths I've got. I'm just going to screw them in here. You see the hole there, the same at the bottom, all the way around. I still need to do a bit of pointing, which I'm going to do that today as well. Point this up and get the battens on, and then I'm going to feather edge. The reason I'm using a feather edge is simply because I've got it. So I'll take it over here. That's all the offcuts from the top of that fence, and there's going to be a lot more of it too, so I'm just going to, they are actually, take one round. Some of them have seen better days, but might give them a little bit of a sand or something. They're just above, ideal, just above. And don't worry, I'm going to point all this back up in a minute. I'm going to get a little mix on and point this wall before I clad it. But by the end of the day, it should be looking a bit better. A little bit every day, get there in the end. Right guys, so got the batten on, which is all I've got right from the end. 1 course up on the bottom, which is just to make sure there's no water anywhere near it really. It's probably a little bit overkill, but it'll still be solid enough. 3 screws, 3 wall plugs into the batten, into the block. Obviously I'll continue to batten along and around the side and stuff, but for right now that's all I've got, and I just sort of wanted to have a go with it, to be honest, and see what it looked like, rather than buying all the materials. If I need more material, I might not, but if buying materials and whatever and then not using them really. So right now I've just made up a little bit of a mix with the drill, just nice and fluffy mix, which will be ideal for pointing. So yeah, these are great, these, you know, these little things. Only about a £5, but saves having to mix by hand or get the cement mixer out, especially if you're only doing a little bit. Goodbye. Before I begin, I'm just going to do a bit of pointing on this wall. I'm not going to bore you with it for ages, but I thought some people might want to see a little bit. Shrewsbury Koi, we done a mug swap a little while ago, and he shouted me out on his channel and I hadn't on mine, so I just wanted to say thanks for the mug, and go and check his channel out. He's not too far from me actually, Shrewsbury. But anyway, let's get a bit of pointing done. I hope everyone's enjoying the video so far. Could I please ask a massive favour that you hit that subscribe button? It means the world to me. It helps the channel grow and pushes content out to more people with like-minded mentalities as us, that want to see people's pond builds, people's pond dreams, people's koi dreams. And yeah, I'm trying to show it all to you, so if you could do me a favour and hit that subscribe button, as I say, it would honestly mean the world to me while you're watching my bad pointing job, but enjoy anyway. Right, so I've pointed up the wall, not an amazing job, but it's getting cladded, can't see it. I'm going to brush all this mortar that fell on the floor down to the end, to where it's going to get backfilled anyway, so not to waste that, that'll just go hard in the hole. Put this first piece of wood here, which is just about an inch lower than the top of the wall, and because the ground isn't perfectly straight, I'm just going to keep checking that height. Make sure I've got that little bit of clearance, because this ground's going to be stoned with white limestone all the way through, so as long as that stays off the floor, no moisture will get up, it won't destroy the wood, which, you know, it's not brand new wood anyway, so I want to keep that intact as long as possible. No doubt I'll change it, it's only tacked on, not hard to change, but for now I want it to be solid and look right. And I think it'll make a big difference. I'm really looking forward to the batten coming, because I want to get this done. I need to go and pick up a ball valve off Jack. I've ordered the T-pieces and the batten, so I can get me ball valve in there and get the filter set up, which is a multi-way at the top. I'll show that at some point. And get this running. I'm going to build it like some sort of pergola over it using 4x4. And the feet, the metal feet that you buy, about a tenner each. 4 of them, 4x4 posts, bit of a leaned roof, polycarb on the roof, and I might enclose the sides to a degree. I'm not going to block out all the UV, but I will figure something out, I think. And then I can get this up and running. It hasn't dropped any water, great. So that's, I definitely know that holds water, which is good to know. And today I'm working on the jobs that I don't particularly enjoy doing. That makes sense, you know. So like, I didn't want to mess with that fence, couldn't be bothered, still can't be bothered doing the rest. But I thought I'm going to get on and do it. Putting up the wall, not something I'm interested in, bores me. Not very good at it, so I didn't want to get that done. And then stuff like the drill and the batten into the block. They're not hard jobs, they're just like tedious jobs you just can't be doing with it. But I thought today I'm just going to crack on and get a few of these jobs done, the ones I don't really enjoy doing, and try and transform the place a little bit, try and start making it look a little bit more finished, get rid of some materials like the featherheads that's just piled up, not doing nothing. And yeah, so that's my plan anyway. Right, so as you can see, as much cladding as I can do for now because of the top piece of battens on. A little bit of a gap at the bottom. No, everyone's got a little bit of a gap. It's just where the ground's not really level. You can see that there's some paint coming through on them on the side where they were obviously reused. So I'm either going to sand that off or I'm going to paint them. I'll have a go with the sander, see what I think, but I quite like the wood look, but I don't think I'd be offended by it being another colour, do you know what I mean, if that makes sense. So that's that anyway. You can see the width of the wall now on the top, how wide it's going to come out. Just need a nice chunky, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like I was looking at sleepers, really like the look of sleepers. I was looking at scaffolding boards and stuff like that. I was looking at concrete coping stones. So I'm not going to say I'm going to do anything on that just yet. just going to work on the cladding. My fence, it still needs messing with, but I am happier with it. It does look like, you know, it's going to be a fence. This side down here where you can see that, so that's the thing. All that started as just the wood up and it's a bit wobbly, and then when I start to screw it all together, it comes tight and put the batten across and stuff. But the fence on that side is a lot more tilted out, so I'm going to have to get some sort of post in the ground and concrete that in, and then push the fence back up with it. I'm not prepared to put a whole new fence in, so this is more of a just a, you know, block the world out and a safety precaution for the fish and stuff like that. My plan for over here, I'm still not 100%. I am thinking some sort of raised bus shelter type thing, not too high, so the vats come to, it's like my hip height, so then the top would probably be, well, I don't know, 6 footish, so you can see in, but, and then it'll come down a bit of an angle to the back and drop down. I think like a little bit of a bus stop here for them 4 vats. It'll be a nice plan for that. Then the pergola over this one, nice plan for this. This one, I've had a really, been really thinking about this. I was going to do like another type of pergola sort of thing, and I thought instead of doing that, what I might do is a 2x2 frame, but really solid, so it's got the corner pieces coming across and stuff, you know what I mean, to make it solid like I did on one of my old ponds. Then this piece and this piece to so when I say this piece, as in this half the pond would be a frame, this half of the pond would be a frame on a hinge. You'd hinge that up so it come up together nice and tight, and then hinged up again as one, and then hooked on to the back here, so that it sort of it opened. That, I know what I mean. I think you know what you mean. So essentially this side would fold and it'd fold again. I think that's simpler. Same on that back one. They'd be covered potentially in plastic or, you know, net. I'd get to decide as and when. It would only be a wooden frame, so I can easily adjust as and when. Really need to get working on that, but just can't face it at the minute. I said I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to stay out here for a little bit. If I get in and we're filming, I will add it onto the video, and if I don't, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it, and I am building that dream, so make sure you keep watching and please subscribe.